This 7-day challenge will change your life. Do you ever feel like you're just a passenger in your own life? Like you're going through the motions, stuck in a routine that just drains your energy and leaves you feeling totally overwhelmed? What if you could change all that? Not in a year, not even in a month, but in just 1 week. What if you could hit a reset button and start building a life that actually feels like yours? Stick with me, because this 7-day challenge is your practical, no-nonsense way out. It's designed to break that cycle and unlock a new, more intentional you. Let's be real, the world we live in is practically designed to steal our attention and kill our vibe. We're constantly bombarded with notifications, endless to-do lists, and this subtle pressure to always be doing more, achieving more, being more. It's no wonder so many of us feel like we're just surviving, running on fumes from 1 week to the next, with our brains feeling cluttered and overwhelmed. This feeling isn't a sign of weakness. It's a totally normal response to the crazy demands of modern life. It's that feeling of having a cup that's filled to the very brim, where just one more drop, one more email, one more request, one more worry is going to make it all overflow. This isn't just about being busy. It's that deeper feeling of being stuck on a hamster wheel, running faster and faster but getting absolutely nowhere. You might be stuck in a job that doesn't light you up, a relationship that drains you, or a daily routine that brings you zero joy. This leads to a state of cognitive overload, where your brain, which is amazing at thinking and creating, is forced to act like a storage unit for a never-ending stream of worries and tasks. This mental clutter is exhausting. It kills your focus, drains your creativity, and leaves you in a reactive state, just trying to keep your head above water. But here's the powerful truth. You can take your power back. You don't need a month-long vacation or some dramatic life overhaul to start feeling better. You can kickstart a huge shift with a series of small, intentional actions. That's what this 7-day reset is all about. It's a deliberate pause, a chance to reassess, declutter your mind, and point your energy toward what actually matters. This isn't about adding more to your plate. It's about strategically removing what's holding you down and replacing it with habits that lift you up. Over the next 7 days, I'm going to guide you through a simple plan that will help you reclaim your time, your focus, and your well-being. By the end of this week, you'll go from feeling scattered and exhausted to calm, clear, and in control. Day 1, the Clarity Cleanse. Our journey starts with the single most powerful tool for beating overwhelm, the brain dump. Think of your mind right now as a computer with way too many tabs open. It's running slow, the fan is screaming, and it's about to crash. A brain dump is how we close all of those tabs. It's the process of getting every single thought, worry, to-do, idea, and frustration out of your head and onto paper. Why does this work so well? Because our brains aren't meant to be warehouses for information. When we try to hold everything in our heads, our nervous system stays on high alert, which leads to chronic stress and anxiety. The simple act of writing things down gets the thoughts out of you. It moves them from the emotional, panicky part of your brain to the logical, problem-solving part. It gives you space, frees up mental energy, and lets you see everything clearly without any judgment. So, here's your task for day 1. Find a quiet spot where you won't be bugged for about 15-20 minutes. Grab a notebook, some loose paper, or open a doc on your computer, whatever feels right for you. Now, set a timer for 15 minutes. For those 15 minutes, you are going to write non-stop, without filtering yourself or worrying about how it sounds. Write down everything that's on your mind, that project deadline that's breathing down your neck, the weird noise your car is making, the phone call you need to make, The feeling that you aren't spending enough time with your family, the groceries you need to buy, that brilliant idea you had in the shower, the nagging insecurity that you aren't good enough, every single thing. Don't worry about grammar or spelling. This is not an essay. It's a mental vomit session, a complete offloading of your internal chaos. If you think you've run out of things to write, just write, "I have nothing else to write," until a new thought pops up. The goal is to keep the pen moving and empty the tank. When the timer goes off, stop. Take a deep breath. You might already feel a sense of relief just from getting it all out. Now, we're going to do a tiny bit of organizing, but keep it simple. Look at your list and start grouping similar items. You can use different colored highlighters or just rewrite them into categories. Common categories might be something like work, home, family, personal goals, worries, and ideas. Don't overthink it. Just create some basic order out of the chaos. Finally, look at your worries list. For each worry, ask yourself one simple question. Can I actually do anything about this? If you can, draw a star next to it. If you can't, like worrying about what someone else thinks of you or the state of the global economy, just acknowledge it and draw a line through it. This isn't about dismissing your feelings, but about consciously deciding not to give your precious energy to things you cannot change. That's it for day one. You've cleared out the mental clutter. You've taken a huge step from feeling overwhelmed to gaining clarity. You now have a real map of what's been weighing you down, which is the first, most important step, taking back control. Day 2, setting your compass. Now that you've cleared out all that mental noise, it's time to fill that new space with intention. Day 2 is all about clarifying your vision. If you don't know where you're going, any road will get you there. And that's usually how we end up feeling stuck and living a life that doesn't feel like our own. Today, we set the destination. We define what you want your life to look and, more importantly, feel like. This isn't about setting rigid 5-year goals that feel super intimidating. It's about creating a personal vision that acts as your compass, guiding your daily decisions. Visualization is a seriously powerful tool. When you vividly imagine your goals, you're actually firing up the neural pathways in your brain, basically rehearsing for success and making it easier for your mind to spot and grab opportunities that line up with your vision. Your task for day 2 is to create a future self journal entry or a mini vision board. Pick whichever one sounds more fun to you. If you chose journaling, find another 15-20 minutes of quiet time. Open your notebook and start a new page with the title, "A Perfect Day in My Ideal Life." Now, write in the present tense, as if you are already living this day. Describe it in detail from the moment you wake up to when you go to sleep. What does your morning feel like? Is it calm and slow or energized and productive? What kind of work are you doing? Is it creative, analytical, collaborative? Who are you spending your time with? What conversations are you having? How do you feel in your body? Strong, healthy, relaxed? How do you feel emotionally? Joyful, peaceful, fulfilled? Don't hold back or filter your desires based on what you think is realistic. Let yourself dream without limits. The whole point here is to connect with the feeling of the life you want to create. If you're more of a visual person, you might prefer making a mini vision board. You can do this on your computer using something like Pinterest or Canva, or go old school with a poster board, some magazines, and a glue stick. Create a visual collage of your goals and desires. Find images, words, and quotes that spark the feelings and experiences you want to attract. Maybe it's a picture of a mountain cabin to represent peace, an image of people laughing around a dinner table for connection, a photo of someone running a marathon for health, or a quote about creative courage for your career. Arrange these images in a way that feels inspiring to you. This board isn't a magic wand. It's a tool to keep your intentions front and center and serve as a daily dose of motivation. Once you've finished your journal entry or your vision board, take a moment to just look at it. How does it make you feel? Hopeful? Excited? That feeling is your why. It's the emotional fuel that will keep you going when things get tough. Your goal is now set. For the rest of this challenge, with every decision you make, you can ask yourself, does this move me closer to the life I've just envisioned, or further away? This simple question will bring so much clarity and purpose to your day. Day 3, the art of subtraction. With a clear mind from day 1 and a clear direction from day 2, we now get to one of the most freeing steps, subtraction. Day 3 is all about figuring out what truly matters and ruthlessly cutting out what doesn't. Overwhelm isn't usually caused by having too many priorities. It's caused by having none. When everything feels important, nothing is. Today, we're going to fix that. The modern world has sold us a lie, that being productive means doing more. But real effectiveness is about doing less, but better. It's about focusing your energy on the few things that will actually make the biggest difference. This is sometimes called the 80-20 rule, which basically says that 80% of your results often come from just 20% of your efforts. Our goal today is to find that vital 20%. Your first task for day 3 is to go back to that categorized list you made on day 1. Look at your work tasks and home family lists. For each list, I want you to pick your one top priority, not 2, not 3, just 1. This can be tough. Your brain will scream that everything is important, but force yourself to choose. Circle that one item on each list. This is the one thing that, if you made some progress on it this week, would bring you the most relief and sense of accomplishment. By focusing on just one thing, you guarantee you'll actually make that progress. Now for the second, and arguably more important, part of day 3, letting go. Look at all the other items on your lists. We're going to sort them into 3 piles: delegate, defer, or delete. Delegate. Are there any tasks on your list that someone else could do? This could be asking your partner to handle a chore, handing off a task to a coworker, or even using a grocery delivery service to save time. We often feel like we have to do it all ourselves, but delegating is a sign of a smart leader, not a weak one. Defer. These are things that need to get done, but not right now. Maybe it's planning that future vacation or organizing your closet. Move these items to a separate someday maybe list. This acknowledges they're on your radar but gets them out of your immediate headspace, which instantly reduces your mental load. Delete. This is the most satisfying category. I want you to look at your list and honestly ask, what would actually happen if I just didn't do this? You will be shocked at how many of our self-imposed tasks and worries are completely unnecessary. Maybe it's that committee you feel obligated to be on, an email newsletter you feel you should read but never do, or the pressure to bake a perfect cake for an event when a store-bought one would be totally fine. Cross these items off your list. With every line you draw, you are taking back your time and energy. By the end of day 3, your crazy, chaotic to-do list should be transformed. You now have a clear, focused action plan with just a couple of key priorities, and you've given yourself permission to let go of the rest. This isn't about being lazy. It's about being strategic. You're no longer trying to do everything. You're focusing your power on doing what matters. Day 4, reclaiming your mind. Welcome to day 4, the day we take on the biggest thief of our time, focus, and peace of mind, digital distraction. Today is your digital detox day. The goal is to intentionally step away from the constant flood of notifications, updates, and information that keeps our brains in a state of permanent overdrive. The science on this is pretty clear. Constantly being glued to our devices, especially social media, can create a reward-seeking cycle in our brain that's hard to break. It leads to shorter attention spans, more anxiety, and can even make us feel down. Our brains never get a chance to just switch off and reset. A digital detox gives your brain that much needed break. It can help lower stress hormones, improve your sleep, and just make you feel more present in your own life. Your challenge for day 4 is to commit to a period of seriously reduced screen time. This doesn't have to be a full 24 hours if that sounds impossible, but aim for a solid chunk of time. Maybe it's from the moment you finish work until you go to bed. Maybe it's the whole evening. A full 24 hours without social media, news apps, and mindless scrolling would be amazing, but you do what you can. Here's how to set yourself up for success. First, be intentional about it. Tell your family or friends if you need to. Just say, "Hey, I'm doing a digital detox tonight, so if you need me, please call." This manages their expectations and removes that pressure to be available 24/7. Second, make your environment work for you. Turn off notifications on your phone. Better yet, move those super tempting apps off your home screen and into a folder on the last page. The best strategy? Just put your phone in another room for the evening, out of sight, out of mind. The idea is to create a little friction, to make it harder to slip back into that habit of mindless scrolling. So, what do you do with all this newfound time and mental space? This is where the magic happens. At first, you might feel bored, a little restless, maybe even anxious. That's totally normal. It's just your brain getting used to not having a constant stream of stimulation. Lean into it. This is your chance to reconnect with yourself and the real world. Here are some ideas. Do something you enjoy. Pick up that guitar that's been collecting dust, work on a puzzle, paint, or bake something. Get outside. Go for a walk without your phone. Notice the sounds, the smells, the feeling of the air. Read a real book. Let yourself get lost in a story without being tempted to click on a notification. Connect with a loved one. Have a real, uninterrupted conversation with your partner, your kid, or a friend. Just be still. Sit in a comfy chair and do nothing. Let your mind wander. Just observe your thoughts. It's a simple form of mindfulness that can be incredibly restorative. At the end of your detox, take a few minutes to journal about it. What did you notice? What feelings came up? How did your sense of time change? What did you enjoy? You'll probably find that you feel calmer, more present, and more connected to your own thoughts. Day 4 is about proving to yourself that you are in control of your tech, not the other way around. It's about taking back your attention, which is one of your most valuable assets. Day 5, activating your body. For the past 4 days, we've been focused on resetting your mind. Today, on day 5, we bring your body into the picture with a physical reset. Your mental and physical health aren't separate things. They're totally connected. Moving your body is one of the fastest and most powerful ways to boost your mood, jack up your energy, and melt away stress. You don't need to run a marathon or spend 2 hours at the gym to feel the benefits. Research shows again and again that even short bursts of exercise can have a huge impact. Physical activity releases endorphins, which are basically natural mood lifters. It helps regulate the stress hormone cortisol, improves your sleep, and clears your head. Think of it as a pattern interrupt for your whole system, shaking off that stagnant energy and replacing it with vitality. Your task for day 5 is simple. Schedule and do one meaningful workout or physical activity. The key word here is meaningful. This should be something that you either genuinely enjoy or that you know will make you feel awesome and accomplished afterward. The goal is just to move your body with intention. What counts as a workout? It's completely up to you and where you're at right now. The goal is progress, not perfection. Here are a few ideas. A brisk 20-minute walk. This is one of the easiest and best forms of exercise. Put on some music or a podcast and just focus on moving. A YouTube yoga or dance workout. There are thousands of free, amazing classes online for all levels. Find one that looks fun and do it in your living room. A gym session. If you like lifting weights or using cardio machines, schedule that time and make it happen. A bike ride or a hike. This isn't just a physical thing. It's a mindful one. You are actively investing in your own well-being. After you've finished your workout, check in with yourself. How do you feel? You will almost definitely notice a shift. You might feel more energized, less stressed, and have a clearer head. This positive feedback loop is so powerful. It proves to you that taking care of your body is a direct way to take care of your mind. Finishing this physical reset on day 5 is about more than just burning calories. It's about reminding yourself of your own strength. It's about proving that you have the power to change how you feel through action. This feeling of empowerment will ripple through the rest of your week and beyond. Day 6, deepening your routine. After a day of outward physical energy, day 6 is about turning inward. We're going to focus on 2 pillars of a happy life: connection and reflection. In our super busy, always-on world, it's weirdly easy to feel more disconnected than ever, both from other people and from ourselves. Today is about intentionally watering those roots. Strong social connections aren't just a nice to have. They're a huge predictor of long-term health and happiness. One of the longest-running studies on happiness, the Harvard Study of Adult Development, found that the single most important factor for a good life was the quality of one's close relationships. Real connections protect us from life's curveballs and soften the blow of stress. At the same time, taking a moment for quiet reflection helps us process our experiences, learn from them, and get the clarity we need to move forward with purpose. Your task for day 6 has 2 parts. First, you'll intentionally connect with someone you care about. Second, you'll spend some time in quiet reflection. Part 1, intentional connection. Your goal is to reach out and have a meaningful interaction with one person. This isn't about sending a quick text or liking a post. It's about real, genuine connection. Schedule a call. Phone a friend or family member you haven't talked to in a while, just to catch up and see how they're doing. Plan a short meetup. Ask a friend to grab a coffee or go for a walk. Write a heartfelt email or letter. Tell someone in your life how much you appreciate them. Let them know why they're important to you. Have a device-free conversation. Spend 20 minutes just talking with your partner or a family member with no phones or screens around. Ask them a real question and actually listen to the answer. The method doesn't matter as much as the intention. The goal is to make someone else feel seen and appreciated, which in turn will make you feel great and strengthen your bond. Part 2, quiet reflection. Later in the day, find at least 10 minutes for yourself. This is your planned time for rest and quiet. This isn't scrolling on your phone or watching TV. This is about being with yourself. Find a comfortable spot and pick one of these. Journal. Just free write about how this challenge has been for you. What was the hardest part? What was the most surprising? What have you learned about yourself? Meditate. You can use a guided meditation app or just sit in silence, focusing on your breath. When your mind wanders, which it will, just gently bring it back. This practice is like a workout for your focus, and it calms your whole system down. Listen to calming music. Put on an instrumental track, close your eyes, and just let your mind be still. This quiet time is so important. It lets you process all the changes you've been making and helps solidify the new habits you're building. It turns this challenge from just a list of tasks into a real journey of self-discovery. By the end of day 6, you will have nourished your social and emotional well-being. You've strengthened a relationship that matters, and you've deepened your relationship with yourself. These are the roots that will keep you grounded long after this week is over. Day 7, launching your future. Welcome to the final day of our 7-day challenge. You've come so far. You've cleared the clutter from your mind, set a new direction, figured out your priorities, reclaimed your focus, energized your body, and deepened your connections. Day 7 is all about locking in these changes and launching yourself into a new way of living. We'll do this with 2 of the most powerful tools out there: gratitude and intention setting. Gratitude is way more than just saying thank you. It's a powerful emotion that actually rewires your brain for happiness. Practicing gratitude boosts the production of dopamine and serotonin, the feel-good chemicals in your brain. Regularly focusing on what you're thankful for trains your brain to look for the good, reduces stress, improves sleep, and makes you more resilient. It shifts your focus from what's missing in your life to the abundance that's already here. Part 1. The Gratitude Practice. Your first task for Day 7 is to write a gratitude list. Take out your journal and write down at least 10 things you are genuinely grateful for. Don't just list generic stuff like my family or my health. Get specific. For example, instead of my family, you could write, the way my partner made me laugh so hard yesterday. Instead of my health, you could write, the strength in my legs that let me go for that walk on Day 5. Think about the small, simple pleasures. The taste of your morning coffee, a song you love, the feeling of the sun on your face, a kind word from a stranger, a challenge you got through, a lesson you learned this week. The goal is to flood your brain with positive feelings and really anchor that sense of appreciation. This practice can turn a totally ordinary day into one that feels full of blessings. Part 2. Setting your new intentions. This challenge was never meant to be a one-week magic bullet fix. It was designed to be a catalyst, a reset that launches you into a new, more intentional way of life. Your final task is to decide how you're going to carry this momentum forward. Look back at the 7 themes of this week. Clarity, the brain dump; vision, setting your compass; prioritization, subtraction; focus, the digital detox; energy, the physical reset; connection and reflection, gratitude. Now ask yourself, which one of these daily practices had the biggest positive impact on me? You don't have to keep doing all 7 things every single day. That would be completely overwhelming. Instead, choose just 1 or 2 that you want to weave into your regular routine. Maybe you decide to do a 10-minute brain dump every Sunday evening to get ready for the week. Perhaps you'll commit to 1 device-free evening every week. Maybe you'll make a daily gratitude list a non-negotiable part of your morning. Write down your commitment. For example, moving forward, I will schedule 1 30-minute workout every week, and I will write down 3 things I'm grateful for before I go to sleep each night. This act of setting a clear, simple intention for the future is what turns this week from a temporary experiment into a lasting transformation. You are consciously choosing the habits that will support the life you envisioned back on Day 2. Take a moment and look back at where you were just 7 days ago. Remember that feeling of being overwhelmed, scattered, and stuck. You felt like a passenger. Now, feel the shift. Over the past week, you have taken back the steering wheel. You have proven to yourself, through small, consistent actions, that change is not only possible, but can happen way faster than you thought. You didn't just follow a list of tasks. You gave your life a full system reset. You cleared out the mental chaos and replaced it with clarity. You stopped drifting and gave yourself a compass to guide you. You took power back from your to-do list and focused on what really matters. You broke the chains of digital distraction and found peace in the present moment. You energized your body and reminded yourself of your own strength. You nurtured the connections that give your life meaning, and, most importantly, you deepened your connection with yourself. You ended not by worrying about what's next, but by being grateful for what you have right now. This is the foundation of an intentional life. The transformation isn't just about feeling more organized or productive. It's about a deep shift in your relationship with yourself. You are no longer just reacting to what the world throws at you. You are proactively creating your own reality. You have the tools. You have the power. This is your new beginning. This journey doesn't have to end here. The key to making change stick is consistency and community. I really want to hear about your experience. Go down to the comments right now and tell me which day of this challenge was the most game-changing for you. Sharing your journey not only locks in your own progress, but it also inspires other people who are feeling just as stuck as you were a week ago. And if this video helped you, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. We are building a community here of people who are dedicated to living a more intentional, fulfilling life, and I would love for you to be a part of it. You did the work, you took the first step. Now keep going. The life you want isn't just a dream, it's a choice you get to make every single day. Thank you for taking this journey with me.